Let's be honest, there's no guidebook when it comes to relationships. So we end up having to stumble through life trying to figure things out for ourselves. What if there was a podcast that found the answers for you, that provided insight to build a successful relationship and ultimately find the companionship you've always hoped for? Welcome to the Girls Ask Guys show, where we answer the questions most people are afraid to ask when it comes to lessons in life and love. It's time to master this thing called life together with your hosts, John and Ashley.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Girls Ask Guys show. I'm John, and Ashley is on the other side here.
Right here for you.
And today we are going to be upping your game in the kissing department. That's right. We told you how to be unforgettable. Now we're going to show you a little bit of how to get to that unforgettable kiss.
Right. And this obviously comes along the lines of, once again, as we say all the time, when you hear it, it's difficult, but once you start doing it, it's not that difficult. We just want to give you some how-to, some quick instruction, so that when you have that magical kiss, you can think about me and John. I'm just kidding. Please don't think about it.
Yeah, please don't think about us. That's kind of weird. But what we're going to give you is our basic guideline. And it's really not that difficult once you kind of get down to it, because we do get a little bit sciencey with it, but not too sciencey. But we call this the basic guide because we do have an ultimate guide. But before you can do that, you got to get the basics down.
That's it.
First. So what we're going to start off with is, well, we just want to kind of get a little bit into, am I a good kisser? Do I have a great kiss? What is a great kiss?
These are all great questions.
And these are kind of questions that we kind of receive every once in a while. How do I know if I'm a great kisser? Well, if they're kissing you back, it's probably at least decent.
Are they enjoying it? Are they trying to kiss you again? I mean, and when we think about kissing is complicated. I overthink kissing a lot because there's no real concrete way to do it. So if I was, younger and I needed this would be perfect for me, because I remember overthinking kissing. Hell, I still overthink kissing. And I've been in a relationship for a fucking year. I still to this day am very, very insecure about the way I kiss. And I always have been. So this is going to be real fun for me.
And amazingly enough, when I was in the community, we actually had classes on how to kiss. I'm not joking.
I believe
they were
you.
literal classes. We would sit there, a person would be standing up in front of us, and they would go through each and every little tiny thing. And then, to make it just a little bit even more weird, they called in some women.
Okay, yeah, that was my next question. Did you practice on people? Because that is uncomfortable, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. First, I'm already insecure in my kissing ability to begin with.
Right.
And then they actually show what we were doing wrong and then how to correct it. So you got all this information going through your head. And then you're sitting down with this total stranger who is drop dead gorgeous.
Fuck that.
And then she's like, okay, let's see what you got.
Nope, I'd walk away. I couldn't do it. I would have so many anxiety. I just had 7 panic attacks just thinking about that. First of all, okay, you have to watch me kiss, which is very uncomfortable for me. Then I have to kiss a stranger who's hot.
Oh, and then they're going to rate you on it.
Oh,
they're going to grade you on it.
No way. No, ma'am. I would much rather listen to a fucking podcast where they teach me how to kiss. They kiss you know me, I'm very monogamous. So the idea of kissing a stranger scares the living shit out of me. Ugh.
Yeah, but to even raise it up a little bit more, they're like, okay, wait, stop.
Nope.
You're doing it wrong.
Can't do
and
that.
I was like, what am I? Slower, softer. I was like, oh my God.
Ew, that's weird.
It's totally weird, but it did pay off in the long run.
I hope so. I mean, really, that's some boot camp shit for kissing, and that's exciting to think about that exists. But I can only picture the people going to those classes, and some of them are very shy.
I'm just wondering how they got these women to volunteer.
That's what I'm saying. Volunteer? No, you're gonna pay me because a bunch of strangers. I'm all for prostitution, baby. There ain't no way. But then, to rate them, that's kind of shitty too. Because then you're like, this isn't very good.
Yeah. I mean, eventually it got to the point that they're like, okay, you're good. But,
So strange. Oh my gosh.
but one of the biggest things that I got out of it was when you're kissing somebody, in order to get to that mind-blowing type kiss,
Mm.
which is not this course, or this lesson, it's our other one, you really have to get out of your head.
Right.
And you have to think of it more as small steps that are going to be the opening act before you get to the masterpiece.
Yep, exactly. This is your first act on stage. You're setting the scene. So you want to be cool about it. You want to be casual. You don't want to jump right into anything weird.
Yeah. And you want to raise the whole body's senses. Really, when you get into it, you start off slow, and then it's like everything shuts down and your mind is just totally focused on
Mm-hmm.
them.
Exactly. If that's what happens, if you're having an amazing kiss, you kind of do. It's almost like an out-of-body experience. If you've ever shared a very passionate kiss, you totally even forget that you exist, and your energies are so focused on each other that when you kind of come out of that kiss, it's like,
And
That's what
they're
you
just
wanna
like, I want more. I want
Right.
more. So that's really what you want to do. You want it to kind of bring up slowly, just that little bit of arousal, so that when it happens, it just flows. That's what you want to get to. You want to get to that flow state. And we're going to get to that in just a second. The first thing that we have to get to is that kissing is not a science. people.
amen. Amen.
Other than brushing your teeth and having fresh breath, there is really nothing else that is going to elevate your kissing to any kind of magical heights.
And here's the
So
thing.
stop it.
Quick tip, if they already like you, kids are, you probably don't even have to brush your teeth. Just so you know, but always brush your teeth. I'm just saying, if it's a good
Yeah,
kiss,
I mean, you could get that morning kiss.
right, you can get that quick morning one with the mouth closed. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like that quick back. I'm like, ooh, I need to go. But that's
Yeah.
kind of what we want from you guys. We want you to be able to get to the point with someone where you're intimate enough to share these kind of little jokes and it's really funny. But it all starts with a good kiss. You may not believe this, but I say a good first kiss sets the entire course of your relationship to the point where if it's not good enough, there won't be one.
Yeah, that is an actual science. Not get all sciencey and everything, but we do have to toss a little bit in here. There are studies out there, and I believe, if I'm recalling correct, for women, they will rate a kiss on compatibility of a relationship. If the kiss is bad,
Yep.
64% of all women, that's it, we're
That's it.
done.
That's it.
You can be the best guy in the world, but your kiss
Right.
sucks.
You're like Michael Jordan mixed with fucking Mark Cuban, but you know what? It's a no for me, and that's very true. And not only is it true, and I don't want you guys to feel this intense pressure because obviously kissing is not that difficult. But what I'm telling you is just be cognizant of the fact that when you're going in for that kill or for that kiss, that you gotta make it passionate.
Yes. And on the flip side of that, about 45% of all guys will nullify an entire relationship
Really?
because of a bad kiss. Yes.
I never thought guys were that intelligent. I didn't think they were.
Well, it kind of goes hand in hand. If your kiss is bad,
Oh yeah,
then
okay.
the sex is bad. It goes inverse as well. So thinking that or knowing that there's really no science to a kiss, think of it more as an art form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to get better at your art form. Now, just as much as some people really like movies, other people like photos, other people like hand drawings, or oil paints, everybody is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody prefers, like, I don't get modern art. I really don't.
I don't really get art. I like to pretend I do get that.
Yeah, there's some of it that I can look at. I'm like, okay, that's nice. It's mainly photograph type stuff.
Right,
I'm
like, I like horror
that's a good
movies, too.
photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm looking at some kind of cubism oil painting. I'm like,
Like a
I don't,
slash
what the fuck is that?
And this is my favorite part. And this is why kissing is unique because kissing, much like art, is very subjective. Some people like those wild, passionate, like grab me behind my back, pull me to you kisses. Some people like delicate, gentle, And like we're saying, there's no science. There's no 45-degree angle. You have to put your mouth in. You can't like twist your lips up a certain way. You can't do any of that stuff. What you have to do is be able to convey your message with your face, essentially.
Yeah. Art is there to raise a certain type of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can find the emotion with your partner, you elevate that emotion and the kiss just becomes that much better. So have your mind. Don't take kissing that serious.
Not science, people. There's like we said, it's not science.
Yeah, there's no one particular technique that's going to like really blow their mind.
He really does.
That's the next course.
Like, I'm just picturing someone after you kiss them for the first time and they're talking to friends and they're like, yeah, they use the Kaminsky method. And someone being like, ooh, he's fancy. You know what I mean? Guys, it's not that serious. If you are passionate, that passion will radiate through you. And she or he will feel it. And then next thing you know, you guys are walking down the aisle. Ooh.
Really, where you want to start off with. And this is just the very bare bone basics. But this is also the major complaint from everybody as far as a bad kiss. Be present in the moment. If you can do that, you're halfway there.
I've never understood this, though. Like, I think, see, for me, being present in the moment, how could you not be? Like, if someone grabs your face to kiss you and you are not in that moment, there is a compatibility issue because every time I kiss a person I'm dating, I'm there.
I look at it as I meet this girl in a bar or at a club or at a party or something, and we kind of hit it off. Let me go back to high school where this really took place. And you start kissing on her and you're hoping all of your friends are watching.
Oh, weird, really?
Me, look, I'm kissing. I got her, I'm kissing.
Touch your boobs. Go to second base.
Yeah.
See, I'm the exact opposite. I'm like, go in a room, like find the empty room in the party and be like, don't fucking tell anybody what you did. Like, I'm very, very, believe it or not, I'm very closeted in a way when it comes to me even just doing things like that. It doesn't matter, girl, guy. I am one of those people. I don't want anyone to fuck with you. I feel like there's a shame involved. I love feeling dirty. I love that shame. But dude, I get what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. Or fast forward to when I was in my early 20s. And I'm sitting there, I'm hoping I'm doing it right. So I'm in my head and I'm trying to remember, oh, my friend told me this. So I'm trying to incorporate that to hopefully make it better. And all I'm doing is I'm in my head, I'm not paying attention to what she's doing.
Yeah.
So she's pulling away and I'm like, wait, come here. I'm not done.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, yes.
And she's like, get the fuck away from me.
Right. Pepper spray, right? Like, yeah. And that's why and this is going to sound super creepy, and I hope it doesn't come off the way it sounds, but that's why I like being alone with someone. And not so that I can corral them into kissing me, but I mean, because that way it's easier. There's not all this background noise. There's not all that, look at me. It's us. And now we're together, and there's nothing else to distract you. None of your friends are screaming for shots. No more keg stands. It's just us. So I like to put myself in that position. And like I said, I know it sounds kind of weird, but I mean it consensually.
Right. And that's really, this whole thing is 100% consensual. Okay. Let's just get that part out of the way right now. You don't go diving in and,
right.
Oh, I want to blow their mind. No. You go in when they are ready.
Right.
Okay. And we'll get to that whole section of are they ready?
That's my favorite section. I love these questions, guys, and one of the reasons I love them is because I'm very matter of fact about everything. I'm very, you just do. John's very, very analytical, so he can give me explanations, and I'm like, this makes sense. So I'm excited to get to that section too.
Yeah, there's just I've just studied this stuff long enough, and having a law enforcement background, I'm very attuned to body language and just watching people. So that's where that kind of comes in. Then you throw the science in on top of it, and I'm just like, hey, I got it. So
yeah, dude. So now that we're present in the moment, okay, so let's reel back in.
Okay, so what you want to do is when you are kissing, be present in the moment. And really, it's about both of you coming together, and you're going to combine your best moves. No one person is like dominating the whole thing. You can if you want. You can take the lead and then let them take the lead, find out what they like, and then they pass the lead back over to you. So it's like a combination of compromise between the both of you.
I like that. It's like a little tango. And I do love me a nice,
Yeah.
sexy, like, ballroom dance. So I enjoy that. So, okay, so now I'm focused in the moment. Where do I go next?
Okay, now we're going to get into the art of kissing. Again, this is our basic guidelines, okay? This is taking you from to good, and if you're good and maybe a little bit better to, okay, this is kind of good. I like this. Now, if you want the bigger stuff, that's in a separate course. 'Cause I'm telling you, we do have a separate course for this.
Almost done. We promise. Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
doubt. So, okay.
So now you're present in the kiss, and really you just want to get a very good sense of who your partner is. And the biggest complaint, mainly from a lot of women, not a whole lot of guys, is they feel like they are kissing a fish.
What do you mean?
So in basic terms, their lips have no firmness behind them. It's like you kind of go in and they just kind of squishy all over the place.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I've kissed a decent amount of
I've
people in my
kissed
day.
one person that did that to me, and it was fucking disgusting.
It is gross. Or when their lips are too wet or something like that. But I see what you're saying.
Yes.
And I'm thinking back to all the people I can remember kissing. And yeah, the good ones were very firm.
Here's an interesting one. Do you know that more people remember who they kissed first than who they actually had sex with first?
I can't remember my first kiss. Oh, I can.
Yeah, more people remember the person who they kissed first than the person that they actually had sex with.
First kisses, if done right, are either magical or they are awful. So of
Bad.
course, like just, and I mean like irredeemably bad. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of ashamed
Yeah.
that it even exists bad.
You're just like, I want that memory gone.
Right. To think that
But-
there's someone out there who shares that memory is awful.
I remember being told that, and they pulled out the study and showed it to us. And it was a fairly large study. And we're like, holy shit. More people actually remember who was their first kiss versus who they actually slept with.
That makes sense in a way
I was
where
like, damn. Well,
It makes- yeah.
if you look at it, it's that is your actual first
experience.
sexual experience.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And it's like that I'm grown up now. I remember my first kiss and I'm thinking to myself, what was I thinking back then? And I was like, wow, this is really happening. I did it. And now I'm starting to feel that, little teenage sensation of I'm an adult, I'm ready for this. You get that feeling, and that's crazy, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay, so have slightly firm lips.
Mm-hmm.
If you have like no experience with it, the thing that we did was we actually used tomatoes.
I was going to say potato.
No, actually, the reason we used a tomato and a ripe tomato, not one of those pre-ripened ones. Yeah. If you leave indentions in it, it's too hard.
Okay.
It should have like very light. You have to actually rub your finger over it in order to feel the indention.
I enjoy that. I like that practice.
Yeah.
Publix or every local grocery store should be
Yeah.
tomorrow after they hear this. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. But also while we're on
Okay.
the lips, wear chapstick. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, no chapped lips. Make sure your lips are moisturized.
Right.
There's nothing. I mean, oh my gosh.
Rough lips.
Yeah, it's either you spent too much time in the desert or you spent way too much time up in the Arctic Circle.
Right. Your lips stink, by the way.
Yeah.
So just get that fixed. Okay, cool. So we're tightening our
Okay,
lips.
so that's the nuance. Now, before you actually start going in for anything, okay, so my lips need to be moisturized, somewhat soft, a little bit firm when we actually start kissing, but you're not kissing yet.
Okay.
Start with the eyes. Just look into their eyes. You want your eyes to say what your voice is not saying,
Okay, I like that. Little
but don't
passionate
do it
voice.
like a psycho.
Yeah, I like that. I like the passion. I am a sucker for a good staring contest. And so, yeah, you're right. It's very sexy. It's very like, should they not? And you can kind of hear that music in the background. Like you're in a rom-com. I like it. All right, so my lips are firm.
Yeah.
I'm staring.
And if you can't pick up on it at that point in time, because you're going to see that their eyes are kind of relaxed, they're kind of giving that look. And if you can't tell if they want to kiss yet or not, ask. Duh.
Can I kiss you can be a very intimate
Oh,
moment too. Like it's, because sometimes if you're with someone who likes to be sarcastic and joke around, you can say, "Can I kiss you?" Or "Why haven't you already?" Or things like that. It's a very
I've had that. I was like, I want to kiss you. It's like, about time.
right.
That's literally what she said to me. I was like, damn, okay.
That moment right there, and I encourage people to do it almost every time for a first date. Well, pretty much every time, but if you're in a relationship, don't. But essentially, what it does is it creates this respect. It shows that person that you have respect. When you say,
You
I'm
also have
asking.
courage.
Right.
But sometimes you just kind of know. Their eyes are telling you, you're telling them, and everything is done non-verbally. So then you kind of lean in just a little bit, see if they lean in just a little bit. Don't do that thing like, what was that movie, Hitch?
Mm-hmm.
You go 90, I go 10, and that whole thing. No. Lean in a little bit, and then when you actually go in for the kiss, go in with your full body. Step into it.
Yeah.
Move in with your entire body, and keep your eyes working. Okay, your eyes are still telling what your voice is not saying.
Yes, and I like that. I like that whole full body motion because now I'm standing up in my room, literally pretending to kiss somebody like a psychopath right now. And you're right, I do use my whole body, and I'm practicing the gaze, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
A kiss is a full body experience.
Yes.
And we're going to be covering that a little bit further down because your lips have not quite gotten there yet. The next step to this is you want to kiss with intent. Don't just sit there and go, okay, our lips are touching. Now what? It doesn't mean dive in, be aggressive. It means that you're actually going in and your lips, your body, your eyes, everything is saying, I'm here. Let's do this.
Yeah, man. One of my favorite sayings is, kiss you like you love me, fuck you like me, you hate me. And it's because that passion, when you kiss somebody with all of that intention and passion, obviously it doesn't mean you want to get married the next day, but when you kiss them with that passion, you can feel the burst of energy coming from that other person. And when you feel that burst of energy, not only are you like, okay, I want to keep kissing them and obviously go more, you're like, who is this?
Those are some of the best kisses because when you actually lean in and they're like, I've kissed somebody and there was a little bit of trepidation on their end. But once I actually leaned in and really started kissing with intent, it's like their world just opened up. And I was like, holy shit, I'm going to fucking die. She didn't stop. She like climbed up my fucking body. I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to die.
Yeah, and it's great. And you die with a smile. And you know what? They're not going to change that anymore because that smile was earned, my friend. And that's, and that's the kind of kiss we want you to have. If you're just kissing just to kiss, just to get it over with, I mean, yeah, go for it if you want. But
it's all kind of one-sided.
Right.
And you want to be open-minded because everybody is a little bit different. Everybody has slightly different kissing preferences. Some people like it like really hard and they're just like pretty much like trying to chew your face off. Yeah. Other people like it slow. Other people like starting slow and then going hard. Other people, I mean, everything is a little bit different. So be open-minded and go with the flow.
Yeah.
That's what the whole thing is about. Everything is starting to flow. You are going to match your partner. You're going to pleasure your partner, but you're also going to allow them to pleasure you.
Exactly. Like John said earlier, it is a literal ballroom dance. And if you even feel the slightest amount of hesitation, maybe pull back a little, if you feel them growing in their passion, you grow with their passion. You meet them where they are.
Yeah, and that whole kissing with intent is because if you're kissing just for kissing's sake, it has little to no meaning.
Right.
It's like,
why are you doing that?
Yeah, it's like if you've been with a person for a while, 6 months, 8 months, a year, 20 years, and you're heading out the door to go to work, and you just kind of go up and see you later.
Right.
And that's it. There's nothing behind it. I mean, when you kiss somebody, they should know that you mean it.
Yeah.
If that makes any kind of sense.
Makes perfect sense, actually. And you're right. They should know. They should feel that you mean it, not even know. Kissing is emotional if you do it right. And so it's not even about your brain. remove your brain. Well, I guess emotions are technically coming from your brain, not your heart. But regardless, it's how you feel. You guys should feel that moment. You guys should be so excited for that intense, burning passion that you feel.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So now we're gazing.
Now we're actually leaning in, and now we've got first lip contact.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Here's another big, major complaint. Guys, you're fucking it up because 99% of all the complaints are coming from the women's side.
Mm-hmm.
You go too fucking fast.
Yep.
Slow it the fuck
Absolutely.
down.
You need to really be embracing yourself in that kiss. It's not about second base or third base or God willing, the home run. It's not about rubbing your arms up and down someone's body all the time. It's not all about that. It's about you two being in that moment and sharing this intense moment and then moving forward with more intensity. That's what makes it great.
Yes. And it's kind of like that show you were talking about, the island dating thing.
Yeah, Too Hot or something. Too Hot.
Yeah,
for this.
something like that. I just saw the preview for it. And if we listen back to that show, because some girl standing up there, she's blindfolded, and this guy comes up and he's like, I just go for it.
Right.
I was like, I'm not watching that show. That's stupid. All I had to do was just see the preview, and I was like, nope. Because he comes up and he like licks from one side of her mouth to the other side of her mouth. And he's walking away like he's a fucking champ. She turns around and you just see her jaw drop as she's wiping the spit off of her face.
Ugh.
And he's like, that was a good kiss.
That was awesome. Yeah.
No,
that's
that was
exactly
fucked up.
And that's the thing. That's exactly what happens in a one-sided kiss is you walk away thinking, I'm the man, I'm the shit, I can do whatever I want. She's walking away
like,
thinking,
I need to go get a tetanus shot.
I'm going to call my friends and talk shit about you and break up with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, so start off slow and soft. Slow and soft. Burn that into your mind. Slow and soft. Start there. For one, they're able to gauge you and you are able to gauge them.
Right.
And you're able to properly align your lips. I don't know if you've ever been like kiss attack. I have.
I kiss attack people.
But it's really strange when everything's off alignment.
Mm-hmm.
The head tilt's not quite there and your lips are kind of like going in different directions. And
Oh
stuff.
yes.
And you're trying to figure out, okay, wait, I'm trying to catch up with you. Slow the fuck down. And a good kisser is able to tune into the rhythm of both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons that you want to kind of start off slow and soft. It gives you time to figure out the right head tilt, getting your lips lined up, and start getting in sync with them and matching their pace and their pressure.
Mm-hmm. And that is exactly what, dude, that's like a perfect way to describe it. It is exactly what you need to do. And you're like, John and Ashley, but how do I know? Stop thinking, start feeling.
Stop thinking. Yeah, stop thinking. It's an art form. Start soft, start slow. And as you become more and more familiar with that person and what they like, then you can kind of like, you don't have to start off as soft and
Yeah,
as
you get right
slow.
to it. You do exactly
Yeah,
what
you
makes
can
me
just
happy.
get right to it if that's where everything's heading. Now, we said kissing isn't a science, but I'm going to throw in just a little bit here for you. And we have a full article on our website with links to these articles if you want to take a look at it. Okay, the University of Namur in Belgium actually did a brain scan of people who were kissing. And there was a spike in brain activity when two people who had never met agreed to this study. So two people who had never met started kissing each other. There was a spike in their brain activity. And to make it even more strange, their brain activity actually started to harmonize.
Oh, wow.
All the brain waves actually started to match each other as the kiss progressed.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Even their heartbeat and their breathing rates started to harmonize. I mean, I didn't know that. I was like, what the hell? Are you fucking serious?
Right?
So I put a link to it. You can go read the study for yourself. Now, on top of that, Rutgers University came in and they started doing theirs. And they actually saw spikes in levels of oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine, which is a chemical cocktail that your body naturally produces for bonding, craving, and increased libido.
Yep. Sounds
So
about
pretty
right.
much it's your chemical cocktail for love.
Doing it. Yeah, I was going to say doing it. But yeah, I definitely love to. Guess that's
And on top of that, men also get a dose of a chemical called vasopressin, which is a bonding and protective chemical. So it's like some girls, they may be able. I've seen it happen in clubs. But a guy, he just finishes kissing a girl, and some other guy comes walking up and
he gets
starts
like,
hitting on her, and the first thing he does is punch him. No questions asked, just decks the fuck out of him. That's that vasopressin.
Okay, I get it now. Man, it's hormonal. You guys are so hormonal.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's fucking hilarious. So unironically ironic. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So we're making contact.
Okay, so now we're on the right track.
All right, cool.
Okay, so our brainwaves are harmonizing. We got the love chemicals firing off in our bodies. And now we're starting with the little sweet kisses, and we're going to start building the pressure, which is prelude to that great French kiss. Unless you're in France, they don't call it that.
They probably just call it kiss time.
I actually forget the actual name.
They probably call it an American lie.
Okay, so you've got the eye contact and everything. One thing that you want to do is get your whole body included. So you're actually kind of developing your own little kissing style. It's not so much what you do with your lips, but also where you use your hands. What the fuck do I do with my hands?
The age-old question.
I see more people in it, especially the younger crowd. They go in for the kiss, and the hands are just like sitting on the hips. That's it. They don't move. Right there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't put their hands in their
pockets. Their hands, just thinking that, like, you put your hands in your pockets, put them behind your back. You know what I mean? Like, something. Oh yeah, I would say. See, and I'm just gonna take a while to stab up the whole concept. Really good, man. Touch the person.
Yeah. Let your hands roam. And guys, limit your hands to the face. That's one of those complaints. Now, some girls, like we said, this is an art form. Some girls, they like hands on the face. Others, they're just like, I saw this the other day. This guy, a little bit of PDA, and they're smooching out there in the parking lot, and his hands go up to the face, and the first thing she does is grab his wrist and pull him down.
Yes, I don't like my face touch. I hate that shit.
Yeah, and once his hands started moving back up, she actually slapped his hands and then pushed him off. She's like, "Don't touch my face." So limit that, but caress the back. Light touching on the neck, if appropriate, lightly go down the chest. Just move your hands around.
Right.
You want to get that sexual fling synergistic spark
Right. You're
going.
Not a statue. You're not a statue,
Yeah.
you know? Just move your hands. Yes, it's so weird to think about just standing there stationary, especially if you're into something. If you're into something, let's say talking, for example. Usually when you get to something you're really passionate about, you become animated. When you're animated, you start talking with your hands. So that, my friend, is why you need to start music, because it shows passion.
Yeah.
All we're doing here is showing the other person, listen, I like you and I feel this way about you. And you need to do that without words. And when it comes to kissing, guess what? You can't kiss
if you do, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it's all about communication. Now, instead of communicating with your words, you're communicating with your entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's get into the whole dessert course. Yeah. Now you've got your lips are locked. No tongue yet.
Okay.
Hold on. We're not there yet.
Not there. Put your tongue back in your mouth, Timothy.
Yeah.
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
You're rubbing up and down the body. You're kind of pulling them in. You're kind of moving them the way that you want to move. All that kind of good stuff. Be courageous with your kiss. It's not just lips and tongue touching. Remember, you have the whole body.
Right.
There's the whole body.
The whole entire body.
Let your lips move around.
Right. Get in it. Get into it.
Oh, yeah. You can just lightly touch their lips with the tip of your tongue. You don't have to stick your tongue all the way in. Just lightly brush.
Right. Just lightly brush, lightly graze.
That's it. And then pay attention to your partner's reaction. Are they pulling back? Are they moving in?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, they like just a little, I'm talking very light.
Very
Light.
light.
Don't draw blood.
Yeah, very
Just-
light. Absolutely. Do not fucking draw blood. I mean, well, I guess that's something you guys should talk about on a later day, but we're talking first kiss here,
Yeah.
so yes, do not draw blood.
And if it starts heating up a little bit more, you can actually abandon the lips and actually explore other areas. Light kisses down the jaw,
Like the cheek.
or lightly graze your lips down the sides of the neck. What you're trying to do is get sensory overload.
Yep.
Really
Drive
get those
them
chemicals
crazy.
dumping. And the longer you take, the slower you are, they start wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when stuff actually starts becoming more heated.
Right.
So if it's a decent kiss, things are going to start heating up. And
Absolutely.
that's when the intensity starts to build. That's what you look for. You're aiming to gradually increase the intensity. Listen to some really good music. It starts off nice and like a mellow pace.
Right.
And then it starts building in intensity before it starts dropping off back down to a mellow pace. And then
Absolutely.
the song is over.
Very fun.
That's what you're looking for.
And you want that. You want it. You need it. It's what keeps you going.
And change things up. That's the next part. You want to change things up. A long, drawn-out mouth kiss, it actually starts to get a little bit tiring.
It is
And-
exhausting and boring.
Oh, not only that, but I've actually woke up like the next day or even just a few hours later, and my lips were actually starting to chafe.
Yeah.
Too much swapping spit and everything.
Yeah, it's too much.
And a lot of people, they don't like doing saliva shots.
Yeah, not a big thing. People aren't really into that, if you can believe it. People don't really like to just swallow your spit all the time. It's just, yes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, yeah, maybe once in a while, that's
Fun.
okay, but not all the time. And long, drawn-out kisses, yeah, your lips actually start to chafe and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Kiss was great, but every time I kiss them, I have to like
Put
take 3 days off and go
Yeah.
through 5. It's not even chapstick. No, I have to go get like body
Vaseline.
moisturizer.
Right. Didn't get fucking Vaseline. This motherfucker doesn't know how to kiss. Exactly. And guys, you don't want that. You want them to look forward to kissing you. You don't want them to have to prepare to kiss you. You want them to be excited about kissing you, you know?
So change things up, move things around. Don't just stick with lips. You can actually, some of the sexiest things to do is kind of move around the lips.
Yep.
So it's like going from bottom lip to top lip and then out to the outer edges.
Mm-hmm.
Outer edges are actually a lot more sensitive than the center. So they really get more feeling through those areas. And if you go from shorter ones to longer ones, and then maybe light little lip bites, or even just some people that they're not into lip biting, but they love to have their lips sucked.
Stuff there. Yeah, all that stuff. You gotta
Yeah.
just pay attention to what that person wants, what they're enjoying. And that's part of being in the moment, is seeing, okay, I see you're responding to this, so I'm going to do it for a little bit longer, but not too much longer. I see
Yeah.
you're responding to this, so I'm going to do this. And that is when you can really, that's magic.
And sometimes less is more.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, they really love the tongue traces that like really gets them going.
Yeah.
I've actually run into that, but it's not like my go-to move with them.
Right.
No, I kind of reserve it, bring it out a little bit, tuck it back away.
Yep.
And then bring it out again a little bit later on.
Exactly what you need.
Don't
That's
make
the
that like
idea.
less is more.
No formula. Remember, we don't have a formula here.
It's an art form. You got to find out what works for you and what works for your partner, find out what they like, and then kind of mix the two together.
Yep. I agree.
So your technique is actually formed to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a universal technique. I don't have a universal technique for every
There
single girl. It
Isn't
doesn't work.
one? Because you
There
can't
is-
have that. You can't have that.
Yeah.
It's physically impossible to have that.
Yeah, she's in oil paintings and she likes watercolor.
Right.
And this one over here likes finger paints.
Right.
So, I mean, everybody's different. Okay, now we mentioned tongue control. Yes, have control over your tongue, and it's for a good reason. A little bit goes a long way here, people. No one likes the unexpected tongue shoved into the mouth. It's a good way to get bitten off.
I agree. And some people don't even
Yeah.
really like tongue, so pay attention to that too. If they
Yeah.
aren't into it, just move on.
And keep it gentle, a little bit firm, and with intent. It shouldn't feel like a fish is flopping around in your mouth.
Right.
It really shouldn't. And nobody likes to get choked. So you don't have to like wash their tonsils.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Take your time.
Just a light touch on the lower lip, see how they react. If they're good with it, go a little bit longer. If they're good with that, then kind of touch tongues, just slightly open mouth, touch tongues a little bit, and then slowly build the intensity.
Slowly. Do you hear the word we're saying here? Slowly.
Allow both of you to sync up. Everything should be in sync. And the use of tongue, it's a way to show passion. It's not the central theme to the passion.
Right. And it's also not
that's what a lot of guys think. Yeah. A lot of guys think that for some reason. Oh, go for the tongue. Hey, yay. And she's like, the fuck? This could have been good, but you fucked it up.
Yep.
And as I mentioned earlier, too much saliva can actually end up with chapped lips. So, yeah, minimize. So what you want to do is minimize everything until you and your partner are ready to actually maximize everything. Until then, keep the tongue
Chill out,
under
guys.
control.
Chill out. It's not that you're going to get there. That's the thing. Stop being so hyper reactive. You're going to get there. But just chill about it.
Yeah, that is our basic guide to better kissing. Like I said, we do have our advanced guide, but that is actually housed someplace else. So the basic guide to becoming a better kisser, something that can actually up your game. It looks like a lot, but it really is not. Remember, kissing is an art. It's not a science. Work on your art form. Be in the moment. If you can do that, you've just elevated yourself against a ton of other people. And then start with the eyes. Look into their eyes. Let your eyes say what your words are not saying.
Paint that picture.
Yes. Kiss with intent. If it's all one-sided and everything, then you're not getting that emotion. This feels good.
It's not great.
Great,
that's not what you want. You want it to be, wow, I never want to let this person go.
Exactly. Then up your game just a little bit. Use your hands.
Right.
Keep it appropriate. Don't start rubbing up on the chest of your
right. You barely know their last name.
Yeah. This was a good kiss and then you did that.
Right. Like we were having a great time until this weirdo over here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Gradually increase the intensity.
Keep it simple, guys.
If you're gradually increasing intensity, they're into it, you're into it, and everything lines up, maybe your hands can go there.
All right. Next thing
Until
you know.
then, keep your hands
to yourself.
Appropriate. And then change it up. We mentioned this in our last episode, Becoming Unforgettable, where I mentioned I was talking to this girl. She kind of got used to how I was doing everything, and then I just shot my hand out and grabbed, I think it was tape. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But I reached out and I grabbed this thing of tape and said, would you outlaw this? And I just like shoved it in her face. She laughed. I laughed. Okay. I changed things up.
Right.
When you change things up, it creates that little memory of, wow, okay, that's different. I like that.
I want to be a part of this. I want more of this. You want them to want more. And if you want them to want more, you have to give them something to want. So yes, be mysterious.
Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
And then control the use of your tongue. Control it.
Control.
Less is more.
Chill out. Just relax.
When they want more, they will let you know they want more.
Pay attention.
Yes. And if you're paying attention, that means that you're in the moment.
Right. Exactly.
They move one way, you move it one way.
They zig, you zag, it's that kind of thing.
Yes. So if you think kissing is difficult, well, you're too much in your head.
Right.
That's one of the things I learned.
Very much.
There's no step-by-step rules for an awesome kiss.
Right.
These are guidelines. Now, the more you know somebody, the more of these you can actually skip because it's just kind of like, yep.
Second nature. Exactly. You know exactly what you know exactly what they want. They know what you want. You guys are in this rhythm, and when you get in that rhythm, you just kind of start things, and it's fun.
And be open-minded. There's one girl, she kind of freaked me the fuck out. We were kissing, and then she started sucking on my tongue. I was like, what the fuck is that? I've never had anybody do that to me. It kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Right.
But I was like, oh, okay.
Sometimes those things work. Yeah. Sometimes you're like, all right, well, I've never done this, but I'm into it. Keep going.
Yeah. So the more open-minded you are, actually, the more you learn.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got it in your head, this is how we kiss, and It's like peck, peck, tongue.
Right.
Then you're never going to change. And
Like a cheat code for a game.
only the people who like that think you're a good kisser.
Right.
And everybody else is like, what the
What is
fuck?
this person doing?
So you're going to develop your own unique kissing type behavior.
Mm-hmm.
These are just the tools you can use in order to up your game a little bit.
Yep.
And for some of you, it's going to like make you a fucking kissing
Yeah,
expert.
some of you guys are going to be like whizzes at this shit. You're going to be like, holy crap, this is awesome. And your partner is going to be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is amazing. Where did you learn it? And you're going to say, John and Ashley.
And even if you only follow one or two of these things, your kisses can actually become a lot more memorable than the last person that they kiss.
Right.
I've had that happen to me before. I mean, we finished up a little kiss thing, and she was like,
Yep.
wow.
That's the best kiss
That
I've
was
ever
awesome.
had. I love that. I love that comment more than that's the best sex I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. And that can happen for you.
Right. Chill out, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know who needs to hear that, but dude, just chill. It's happening. You guys are going to go there. And when you do get there, stay there. Be there. Don't think about what's going to happen next. Don't think about what's going to happen in the future. Just be there for that.
Exactly. So if you want all of this stuff like laid out for you because you don't want to listen to another 40 minutes or you don't have to back everything up, go out to our website. We have this whole thing posted for you along with all 8 little key
Mhm.
areas. So with that, like, rate, subscribe, leave us a review. Hey, if this worked for you, let us know.
Right.
So relax, have fun, and, well, good kissing. So with that, we will talk to you on the next one.
That's all for this episode of the Girls Ask Guys show, where all of us learn to master this thing called life together. For more answers to your questions on life and love, be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss a single episode. And head to girlsaskguyshow.com to submit your questions for a future episode or apply to be a guest on the show. Good luck out there, and we'll catch you next time, right here on the Girls Ask Guys show.